It's not saying live. Oh, it did just say live. Hi, everybody.
And we're back.
And we are back as promised. We've had some really, really heavy storms here in our area of town, up by Beltway 8 and 249 area. The ditches got some good water in it here.
Oh, yes.
Cool. We were kind of getting concerned if it stayed raining like it was, we would have had the water come out of the ditches. So, I'm Shannon.
Mark Oliver.
And we're Conversations with Spiritual People. So, happy solstice. Summer solstice.
Feliz Día de Solsticio.
And you know, Mother Nature is giving us this beautiful, beautiful rain from a tropical storm because, you know, we're here in Texas. I guess, it was a name. Was it named? Did it get named?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was a tropical wave more than anything. I don't think it got named. But we've had a lot of tropical moisture come in. And so it's been over us for the last 3 or 4 days. I think we have one more day left of it, which we're not griping because, you know, here in the Houston area, it can get in the hundreds and be like 100% humidity. So it's like you're walking in a shower all the time.
It's actually nice and cool.
It's nice
still
and
a little
cool.
bit humid, but it's cooler.
What part of town you live in?
Indoors, inside my car with the air conditioner on.
That's that glamour camping. So tonight we're gonna do. We wanted people to be safe.
Yes.
And so we decided we're just gonna do Conversations with Spiritual People, our third Wednesday, live here on Facebook. So everybody can join us all around the world if they choose to.
Y vamos a compartir un poco de lo que estamos haciendo hoy en todas las partes en el mundo, compartiendo lo que hacemos, teniendo conversaciones con personas espirituales.
Because me and Marco we're really about making sure everybody's good and safe, and we can reach out and touch people's life wherever we are and all that way. So we're going to do a solstice meditation, and you know, the solstice is about coming out of that. So let's talk about winter. Winter time is the breathing in. And then we have spring, and that's the breath. That's the breath being held at the peak of the inhale. And then we have springtime, and we're holding the breath. And then we have summer, which is the exhale. And then at the end of summer, we're going to hold our breath again because we're in fall. And so it's the primal rhythm of life. And so even in yourself, you always have a pause at the end of the breath. Okay. And so that's where we are. We're at the final, we've held our breath as long as we can. And now we're ready to exhale the air out. And we're going to let all that stuff that we've been breathing in all winter long, and then we've been holding it, this intense, tense springtime energy from May. The May from hell.
Mayday, Mayday, I need some help up in here.
And we've been in that place, that energy that's just been intense, and we've been coming through this chaos and all of this stuff. We've been building and just cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, and now we're going to exhale all of that out.
Let it go.
We're letting it go. We're transcending it. And one way to do that is, you know, people say, well, how do I get my mind to change? Well, Marco knows I've been going through this whole transition about the mind and the judgment mind and working with the judgment mind, my own judgment mind, and listening, hearing the negative thoughts in our heads that we play around with a lot.
Within yourself, what you create.
Yes. And so in that place, that's the first wave, and we get stuck in that. The first, what they call the, you know, it's alpha, beta, delta, and theta. Or is it backwards? Is it beta and then alpha? Beta, then alpha, then delta, then theta. And then there's one that's even lower than theta. It's called gamma. And most people that are in that state are like Tibetan monks, or they've been meditating for years and years and years. So it's very difficult to be in that space. And some people say, what is enlightenment? How do we become enlightened? Well, when you become enlightened, it's learning how to walk around in delta, even in a conscious state. So in other words, you're out of this consciousness and you're out of your subconscious mind and you're into your superconscious mind. And there are people that are in that state. Nothing, you allow everything to be where it's at and everything like that. And then we have to, we're about 90%, 80, not 80% of the human population is in alpha state or beta state. It's all this chatter going on. And we haven't really realized how to get down into those lower spaces so that you can change your mind. You can talk, the judgment mind begins to just settle down. Well, we begin to look at nature. Mm-hmm. Nature teaches us how to do that because nature does it all the time. It's connecting back to nature.
The cycles, back to the seasons.
And it is the breath. And so what you would do is you breathe in as far as you can, you hold as long as you can, and you breathe out as far as you can, and hold as far as you can, and breathing in. And so you're in this process of letting yourself find that way. And something really cool will happen. You'll drop out of beta into alpha. And you'll start noticing something really interesting in your mind. And then if you really continue and you just start letting the rhythms happen, and you have to do meditation, it takes practice to do it. But you drop down into delta wave, but in a conscious delta wave. And in that space is where you would find that part of you that's been dancing in your head that's been saying, you're not worth it.
That consistent loop over
You're not
and over.
loved. You're lonely. All of those things. You're going to find it. It gets in that subconscious realm, and it's being in there. And I've been practicing it. And I've been sharing with Marco doing this, and it's like, wow, Marco, I didn't know I was broke. I'm running this program deep down in. As I was working and being in there, I discovered I'm running this program of being broke. And I didn't realize that. I'm going around doing my thing, doing my Jesus, walking. But in the subconscious and way back in there, that's something that you don't know until you get down in there and start really working with it, and it pops up and it goes, whoa. And the other thing that showed up was, this world is too painful.
I think we could all relate to that.
Yeah. This world is too painful. And that was put into place about when I was 6 months old. And I was watching this. I'm in meditation and I'm doing my breathing and I'm just being and just, and that just popped in my experience. And I thought, wow, okay. So as we're in that space, what happens is when we start, it's like you are here and your true self is here. And when we start moving those things out of the subconscious mind, we bring our true self closer to us. And as we do that, things start manifesting. And it's like today we were having this conversation, and here on the back of a tailgate is this biblical passage
with two angels pointing at the passage, just in case they didn't get your attention.
What was it? John 8:16 or John 8 something, John 8:10.
Yeah.
That you are the light in the world, and basically don't let anybody.
Keep walking your path. You're exactly where you need to be, and trust that you are the light of the world.
Yes. And that is what being in that state of your mind, you know, your mind is out of the physical time, it's out of the emotional time, and it's out of the spiritual time. You know, it's out of time with itself. You're just in the is space. And man, you can really make a change in your life and shift and become more. Because, you know, we've been hearing so many people about getting divorced and people dying, committing suicide, so many deep, just really big things. And it's hard.
Oh yeah.
You know, and being the compassionate people or empaths that we are, we want to be, oh, let me help you, let me fix you, let me make it better. But in truth, if we're really in our true self, our true state, we're honoring that person and we're loving it. Mm-hmm. We're loving them for having their experience. And as we walk our own path, people start noticing it. People notice your path. And say, wow, what is that? I want some of that.
What are you doing? Because I want to do that too.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so people start showing up in your world. Things start showing up in your world.
The synchronicities.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to look at it from a different way. Because it's more of a calm, and Mark, I've had several people say, Shannon, boy, you're really calm. You're just calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I am. Even when I have the anxiety, you know, that shows up. It's like, wow, thank you. I want to sit with you. I want to meditate with you. See what you're about in that space. So tonight's meditation that we're going to do is we're going to open up the root chakra, and we're going to open up the crown chakra, and we're going to breathe.
Alpha, Omega?
Yes, the alpha and the omega. And what we're going to breathe, and we're only playing with 3 bowls, and we're going to do some primal sounds, root sounds. We're going to let your body, as you breathe, you're going to do the breathing, and you're going to bring the energy. And once we bring these two, the root and the crown, open, the rest of the chakras will start aligning themselves just with the breath. And you'll notice your mind settle down.
La meditación de hoy, con la pura intención, vamos a anclarnos trabajando con la primera chakra y abriendo la chakra de la corona, integrando las dos energías para que las restas de las chakras se alineen naturalmente ellas solas, abriendo los dos canales.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Voy a compartir. I'm going to share a little bit of what you were saying about as far as the cycles in the breath.
Okay.
Mi compañero Shannon estaba compartiendo la importancia de aprender de la naturaleza. Toda la naturaleza tiene un ciclo. Por ejemplo, en la primavera tomamos el aliento y luego tomamos una pausa con ese aliento. Y viene el verano, es cuando la exhalación, donde dejamos ir de las cosas para que fluyan. Viene otra vez la siguiente temporada, entonces inhalamos otra vez y exhalamos. Es un ritmo del aliento con la energía y los círculos de la naturaleza. Vamos a trabajar con los 4 niveles de conciencia, estando conscientes del aliento para dejarnos estar presente, para llegar en un espacio de paz, tranquilidad, en un espacio donde todo es posible en el momento.
So you ready?
Sí.
So everybody out there, find a comfortable space that you will not be disturbed, and just begin to breathe. And you're going to breathe in at your own pace. And you want to breathe in from your belly and bring it all the way up through your chest and hold it at the peak where you can't get any more. And just hold it as long as you can. And then you let it out, 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 let it out. Until you can't go anymore, and then hold it at the bottom. And basically when you hold at the bottom, you're down in your root. And then when you take in the breath, you're pulling the energy back up, all the way back up, and it's going to go all the way to the crown, to your crown chakra. And back and hold and hold and hold and let it out, bringing it down, all the way down, all the way down. And you're just going to let the rhythm, the sound,
dejando que el sonido te guíe.
Now I ask your central sun angel, angels from the central sun, to come and be with you.
Ahora invitamos a los ángeles del espacio del centro del sol que estén aquí contigo hoy.
And these angels will help you open up your subconscious mind through your breath.
Y estos ángeles te van a ayudar a abrir tu subconsciencia
We're in the beta wave now. You can hear the sound of the rhythm of the sticks.
Estamos en la conciencia de beta, dejándote guiar por el sonido.
In this place, your subconscious mind, those thoughts just start flowing through.
En este espacio, la subconsciencia deja que los pensamientos fluyan.
asking yourself, what is keeping me from my true self? What thoughts are keeping me from my true self?
Preguntándote a ti mismo, ¿qué es lo que me está parando para ser mi expresión auténtica? ¿Cuáles son los pensamientos que me bloquean a ser mi expresión auténtica?
Don't be afraid of the thoughts.
No le
Don't judge
tengas
them.
miedo a tus pensamientos. No lo juzgues.
Maybe the thought holds you back from your true love.
A lo mejor el pensamiento te bloquea de encontrar tu amor verdadero.
Maybe the thought, you get to see where you block yourself from the abundance that you've been asking for.
Es posible que el pensamiento esté bloqueando la abundancia que tú has pedido. Déjate recibirlo.
You're going to celebrate those thoughts.
Vamos a celebrar esos pensamientos.
Because you know now what's been holding you back.
Porque tú ya sabes lo que te ha parado de moverte hacia adelante.
And just continuing to breathe. Breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding, breathing in, holding. But at your pace.
Y respirando consciente, inhalando, tomando una pausa, exhalando, tomando una pausa y siguiendo a tu propio ritmo, inhalando, exhalando.
Feeling yourself every time you breathe in and out. You're going to root in, you're going to ground in more. And you're going to open your chakra all the way up into the crown. You're feeling like you're breathing in and out of your crown and out of the root. All the other chakras are going to align. And you're just going to feel that place as you're feeling that space between you and your authentic self and those thoughts that keep showing up and showing you where you've been holding yourself back, and you're expanding this energy, and the angels from the central sun is supporting you and showing you.
Iniciando y activando la primera chakra, ampliando desde la base de la columna, enraizando tu energía y trayéndola hacia la corona, abriendo a recibir luz desde arriba hacia abajo. Y las demás chakras se alinean naturalmente.
We're just rooting in.
Ampliando las raíces,
The deeper and the more you're rooting in, the more you can expand it. Open up your mind. Open up that consciousness so you can see behind the curtain, so you can see the truth, so you can open yourself up and embrace that and change it from being wrong to knowledge. Changing those experiences that you've had from being something tragic into being knowledge, a frame of reference. Taking that energy out of it and bringing that energy to you, because you've been putting a lot of energy into that, of making evidence in your own space for those things. Take it out of tragic into knowledge. Feel it. Feel what that knowledge feels like.
ampliando tus raíces, trayendo luz hacia el espacio de la mente, a los pensamientos, mirando las cosas diferentes, con diferente conciencia. Esas experiencias pesadas que juzgamos, mirándolas en una luz diferente, sin juzgar, mirándolo en una luz, cambiando la historia, transmitiendo esos pensamientos, dejando ir de lo que ya no te sirve.
If someone has done you wrong, forgive them and move that into knowledge. Move that out of tragic into knowledge. A frame of reference. You're taking the energy away from it that you've been putting into that person. You've been giving energy to that person. And you take it and you bring it into another place. You get the understanding, the knowledge of it, the truth. We're always wanting to learn and understand. So take the knowledge.
Si hay una experiencia donde alguien te lastimó, perdonando a esa persona, a esa situación, recibiendo y aprendiendo, recibiendo la sabiduría de la información, cambiando el pensamiento.
Like if your heart was broke, take the knowledge from that brokenheartedness. Take the knowledge.
Si te han lastimado tu corazón, tomando esa información, esa sabiduría para entenderlo diferente, toma esa información y la sabiduría del entendimiento de la conciencia.
Breathing in and holding it. Flowing out
Inhalando
at your pace.
y tomando una pausa,
Bringing your true self closer to you.
exhalando, dejándolo ir.
Don't teach yourself.
Trayendo tu propia divinidad, esencia hacia adelante.
If you truly want to heal it, you truly want to know the knowledge of it, you feel it. Feel it with your breath. Feel what that knowledge feels like. Once you have that imprinted, once you know what that feels like and you have the knowledge, and you can let the energy and you can take that back in and bring it into its right and perfect place within your energy field. You're bringing you closer. You begin to notice that you can manifest faster and faster and faster. But you have to bring your thoughts in past that subconscious mind, so that you can really truly bring that to you.
Trayendo los pensamientos a la subconsciencia para traer tu ser, tu divinidad más cerca de ti para entender y recibir la sabiduría de la experiencia para sanar y liberar.
It's the space where all your needs are truly met. Whatever you truly met, it's that soul manifestation.
Es el espacio donde todo lo que tú pides, recibes. Es un lugar de manifestación listo para ti.
Breathing in and holding and breathing out and holding and breathing. And you're just letting that energy move. You're letting that energy and you bringing your true self close to you. What is it that you truly, at a soul place, truly would love to manifest in your life? Money? How much money?
Estando consciente de lo que tú deseas, lo que tú planeas a manifestar, ¿es dinero? ¿Cuánto dinero necesitas?
Is it a relationship that you're looking for? Have you been projecting out the subconscious manifestation, which is the brokenness and all of that? Or have you moved past that into the soul manifestation of a relationship?
¿Es una relación o el amor que buscas? Moviendo de la subconsciencia a la conciencia del espíritu, del alma, para manifestar lo que tu alma desea.
knowing that anytime you need to, you feel the body in the stress mode and you're not manifesting, just taking a breath, bring it up and hold it as long as you can, blowing it out as far as you can and holding. And you're opening up the root chakra and the crown and letting the breath, the energy move back and forth. Just think of the breath as the energy of your body and allowing it to line and open them up so that you can find that peace inside of you, that stillness inside of you. It's a state of relaxation.
Cuando te encuentres en un lugar donde no estás manifestando o te sientas atrancado, regresando al aliento, siempre recuerda inhalando, trayendo toda esa energía hacia la corona de la cabeza, tomando una pausa, exhalando, ampliando y trayendo toda esa energía hacia la base, anclándote como raíces hacia la tierra y siempre regresando a este ritmo con el aliento.
So in the state that you're in, if you can learn to breathe in and out, even when the chaos, even you go out to be in this three-dimensional world, and you can keep your mind in a state of rest, you've achieved enlightenment. You have achieved a state of being, a control over your mind.
Dejando de cualquier pensamiento, dejándolo fluir con conciencia, estando presente y utilizando el aliento para guiarte, recordando que la paz está dentro de ti, relajándote con la pura intención del aliento.
And when you are ready, I want you to take in one nice deep breath and begin to bring yourself back into where you are, back into the consciousness of where you are.
Y cuando estés listo o lista, comenzando a traer tu conciencia atrás a este espacio, regresando relajado y consciente a tu cuerpo.
And bring your consciousness into the place where you are, opening your eyes, moving your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back into where you are.
Y poco a poquito, trayendo tu conciencia en el espacio donde estás, moviendo los dedos de las manos, deditos de los pies y abriendo los ojos.
So how was that for you?
Beautiful. It cleared the space of the chattery mind. I can still hear the emptiness or like the clearness of just being in that space.
Yes, and that's dropping out of the beta wave, because that's where all that chatter that's always worry, stress, worry, stress, worry, stress. Up here, high, high, high. the body will stay in that state. And that's where you get insomnia, the brain doesn't slow down, it just stays, and that's where you create chaos.
Hyperactivity of the mind.
Yes, it's you're trying to go to the future, you're trying to go to the past, you're trying to go here, you're trying to go there, you're trying to go everywhere. But the breath will always center it, always bring it into that. It's like the ancient Chinese secret. It's like just breathing in and out, finding that one moment. You know, you do the mindful meditation. It's that being mindful of the breath, of going in and holding it and letting the body do what it needs to do, and then blowing it out and holding it. And the exhale hold is normally, a lot of people can't do that. It's very hard because we don't want to get rooted down.
Yeah. It takes practice.
It takes practice to get rooted in here, because we don't like being here. So we like to be up here. You can hold your breath way up there, but where we got to be is rooted here. And being rooted, let me explain what that looks like, or understand what that is. Is bringing that thought process. It's like the masculine and feminine energy. You're just balancing it. You're bringing that heavier energy in. You're bringing that space where our Kundalini is. We're engaging it. We're engaging our Kundalini.
It's called the bandha. In yoga, it's the bandha. It's where we squeeze, where we root.
Yeah.
Bandha.
And so you're holding that space. And a lot of times we don't want to go there because it's where the feeling space is.
Oh.
Or the second, or we're creative. It's the place that we have to go and see all the going on. But once we clear out that, that's where we manifest from. And a lot of times we go, why can't I manifest? Why can't I create or get this in my life? Or why does this happen? Or what is this? Because you're not rooting it. You're not breathing it in and letting it sit here. Because you know what? We just might get it.
Oh.
And we're afraid to get it.
And it may just be simple as just breathing and anchoring.
Yes. And it is. Because we bring our authentic self here, sit down, be with us, strong here. And I've seen it over and over. People can get in that space, and then all of a sudden, wow, they're needing money to pay off their bills or something like that. Something's going to happen. Next thing you know, they get a check in the mail because Aunt Susie left them something going on, or the IRS made a mistake, and so they're sending you this check, or somebody pays you to do X amount of work or something at that stage. So
quiero compartir lo que estabas diciendo. Muy importante que cuando hacemos la meditación es muy importante no solamente traer la energía para arriba, pero anclándolo hacia abajo. A veces hasta nos da miedo anclar esa energía, estar presente, porque ese es el lugar donde manifestamos, ahí es donde las cosas se manifiestan, aquí en este estado, en este lugar. Entonces, practicando esa técnica, practicando, anclándote con el aliento, podemos inhalar, tomar una pausa, pero a veces es un poco difícil tomar una pausa aquí abajo y guardar y liberar. Entonces, practíquenlo.
Practíquenlo.
Practice. Practice.
I like this is the way you said that. Marco has another phone over here. If you have any questions, or if you have a comment, or actually if Ruby's on.
Preguntas. If Ruby's on, let me know. I'll scroll you to the right and add you so you can join us live, and you can do.
Ruby's going to be doing a class here on Saturday about her journey, and it's kind of about what we've been talking about. So we're moving into the summer.
Yes.
We're moving into a new season.
What is your new season, sir? Have you thought about it yet?
I haven't. I have not. I just was sitting here thinking, oh my God, I haven't created my new season of what is it this past season, and it makes more sense about what I been going through, because my this last season was self-discovery.
It's funny. I had something similar, like self-exploration or be more authentic.
You asked me, what did you put in the despacho?
Yeah, I asked you that yesterday. I'm like, so when we did the ceremonies, you remember, you planted your seed and it's summer, so it's like.
Yes. And so all of these things have been actually coming to fruition. And it's about surrendering, and self-discovery is just letting go. And for me, being a Libra, I'm trying to weigh everything out. Well, I need to just put the scales down and stop weighing things. And just being with it. Just go with it. Say, yes! Boom.
Because even with the scales, there's a sense of duality.
Yes, there is.
Then you're seeing
Gemini.
Seeing it from that perspective instead of a higher conscious level of, hey, let's not judge it. It just is.
That's right. And when you step up out of that space of just but you are judging it. I have to. Being a Libra, we judge it because we're either trying to weigh it out. We're trying to judge. Oh, which one? We're judging it. And I have a Cancer moon, so I'm adding the emotions in there with it. So now we're weighing out the emotions of it instead of, well, what is it? Just what is the truth? And just walking with it and being in that space. And so that's been the self-discovery for me of realizing, wow, I weigh so much stuff out, I'm about wore out.
All that thinking, all that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I want a partner in my life, but hello?
Pero why you're not here? What do you say about?
Because I'm judging it. They have to be this and this and this and this and this, and they gotta have this and they gotta be this, and I gotta be this and they gotta be this.
It's gotta look a certain way.
Yeah.
That you're trying to control it.
Yeah.
Instead of just flowing.
Because somebody's opinion. It's awesome. So in the new summer season, it's like, what is your new season? And create that. Manifest that in your life, because that's very, very important to hold that into space.
Yeah, so I'm looking at some of the comments to say hi, but it won't let me scroll because it just thinks so. I'll scoot up there.
It thinks you're where?
No, because I'm not on there.
Oh, because you're not in. Marco is learning. We're learning how to get all over the place. But if Ruby's on, I really would like her to show up and say yes. But if she's not, she may have went home and went to sleep or
get some rest.
Went to sleep.
Let's see. So saludos, Mari, De Jimenez, Cristian Albanez. Hello.
Hello.
Isabela Blanca, Jessica Albert. I don't want to let me scroll. So I'm gonna go up here and see if we have any questions. Preguntas.
Anything you want to share?
So we have Chelsea, much wisdom taken. Muchas gracias. We have some people who are still feeling the energy moving around.
Yeah.
Muchas gracias. Questions. Let me see if I see Ruby in here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Blanca, Lucas, Alex, Jason, Julio, Halem, Leslie. Hi Leslie. Richard Cisneros. Hola. Ana Gomez, Omar. Isabela, Marlene, Nancy, hola Nancy, Aaron, Wendy. I don't see her on here. So if you guys have any questions, this is the time to have the conversation. Go ahead and ask away.
Is it on my Facebook? Oh, we are.
Let's see.
So yeah, so there's been some really interesting things about frequencies that have been showing up in our world.
Yes.
About the crystal bowls and how they react to our body and how we work.
I got
It's
it right here
truly-
for you if you need to read.
No, I just wanted to see if she had showed up. I messaged her on the messenger.
So
to
we have a
see.
question
Okay,
from
give it
Dave.
to me.
She's is it only me or today energy's been kind of dragging?
It is, because we're at the peak. We're peaking up the energies, and we've been bringing this energy for some time now, and we've been peaking it, and it's like we're at that like last push before we go to the tipping point.
It feels like, you know, when you go up a hill to go sledding, you do all that work, you get to the peak, and now it's time to go down and go whee!
Or on the roller coaster, and you know they get you right up to the top, and then they go, and then you're just like in this pause moment of, is it gonna go? Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna go over? But we are gonna go over. We are gonna go over the tipping point, and it's gonna happen. It will happen, and you just gotta be a little patient. It's gonna push you over. You want it to go slow, so you don't go
too much too soon.
Right. You want it to come in gradually, you know, and let it happen. And yes, you're right there at that place, and we're all there. It's like Eduardo, just hang on, we're almost there. We're almost there. And then we get to take this energy on into Peru, and it's going to really take us into this deeper space. And we're in this epic time of truly, the energy is epic to me, that even when it's chaotic, it's the opportunity for knowledge. And people think, wow, it's like, you don't have to always read a book for knowledge.
The experience.
It's the experience. Turning the experience into knowledge. That you don't have to, there's a lesson, you got to understand the lesson, because it is the experience, it is the lesson, it's in there, but you're turning it into knowledge so that you don't hold on to that. You don't hold on to the energy of it. And that's where we are. We're just pushing that little, it's just pushing one little bit, and we just keep trudging, and we keep going, and don't quit. Don't stop.
Keep going.
We're there, and even when we feel like we just want to kind of ease over. Just ease down.
Thank you for the question. Si tienen preguntas, por favor, mándenos preguntas. Estamos abiertos y disponibles para las preguntas.
Marco bought these beautiful flowers today, and the orange and the yellow, and he wanted it for the sun, and the orange is for the second chakra, or creativity, and you should have those colors in your space right now.
The yellow
and
fire,
orange.
will, get things done.
But that's the masculine, and then you have the feminine energy is the orange. And so you're balancing the two of the energies in your space. It's very, very powerful.
And these are powerful manifestations, right? The second and third chakra, that's what brings it into the physical realm.
Yes, that's being in that place of this 3D realm.
Compartiendo la importancia de los colores. Tenemos flores aquí anaranjadas y amarillas. Las anaranjadas significando lo femenino, el agua y el fuego. Lo amarillo, la sabiduría para movernos adelante, para tomar acción, para crear, para manifestar.
I love when you do that. He gets manifestar. There's nothing else to say. Just smile.
Sí.
Yes, and we can do that. We can manifest so fast. But if you're manifesting from a point of the judgment mind, that's what you're going to get.